What's up guys? Today's video is going to be something a little bit different because today we're talking paint protection. So when you buy a new car, especially through a dealership, one of the first things they're going to offer you is paint protection of some form. When it came to the DMAX, I decided not to go through the dealership for my paint protection for a couple of reasons. The first is that it's the general consensus that dealerships do a pretty poor job when it comes to paint protection. And the second, and the more important reason, is that I've got my very own detailer in-house. So for those of you who don't know, Bianca runs her own detailing business, Bees Detailing. She's doing it for a couple of years now, and honestly, there's no one I'd rather take my DMAX to.
Thank you. Yeah, so as Daniel's already said, a couple of weeks ago, we did a full ceramic coat application on this brand new DMAX. I ended up doing 3 layers of ceramic coat, which is a little above and beyond, but I just wanted to make sure that the job that we did on this car was gonna last a long time, many, many years, so that we can keep this paintwork nice and pristine. So I'm not gonna blab on any more about it because most of it's explained in this video, so I guess without...
Yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the process.
Okay, so we've been around and checked the paint depth on all the panels of the car. They're all pretty normal, plenty of room to work with. Obviously, they're all sitting around the 100 to 110 mark. The bonnet's probably about 120. That's all very normal. The roof was around 115. Again, that's quite normal. Unfortunately, there are plenty of swell marks for me to work on the sides. They're not huge. They're not like the real spider webby stuff you'd see on a car that's kind of been out and about for a bit longer than this one. But there's a lot of micro level stuff that I'm gonna try and get out. So that's gonna be my next step, is to go through. I'll have to trial a few different pads. I'm gonna just use my fine polish. I really don't wanna have to take my coarse polish onto this paint because otherwise that's just wearing the paint away for no good reason. So I will try and get it up to a really nice clean standard with my nice fine polish and probably a fine to medium pad. So I'm going to get to that. I'm a little frustrated because I was wanting this to be a nice quick job, but it is turning out to be a bit more work than I was hoping and what I'd planned to have time for today. Once this step is done, then it will be onto the ceramic coating and hopefully shouldn't be any more hiccups from there. Alright, so I have finally finished getting this paintwork prepped and ready for the ceramic coating. I did have to go through and very lightly polish all the sides, so now all the paintwork is looking pristine. I'm trying very hard not to touch it because even my fingers, I have semi-rough skin. I don't want to be marking up any of this paintwork before I put this coating on. So the ceramic coat, it literally just looks like water. It's a slightly different consistency though, and it smells like dead ants. So if anyone knows what dead ants smell like, that is what this smells like. So the most important thing when I'm applying this is to make sure I move smoothly and quickly and I'm not leaving any high spots. So a high spot is where basically there's either a dip or a bump in the ceramic coating. And what it'll look like on your paint is it'll look like a very light streak mark or like someone's left something on the paint, except it will not come off unless you polish it out. With all that pressure on me, I'm now going to put it on Daniel's brand new car and fingers crossed it goes really well.
Well, day one is officially complete. The first coat of ceramic has gone on. Bianca's done an amazing job, been working hard all day to make the car look as shiny as it is right now. How did it all go?
Yeah, it was obviously, as I already said before, a little frustrating that I had to do a bit more paint prep work than I wanted to, but once that was done, the ceramic coat went on really well. I took my time with it, made sure I was getting it nice and even as possible. As you can see, it's come up really nicely. We've got a really nice deep gloss already.
I can see my reflection.
So that should only improve when I add in the next 2 layers. So that is it for today. I need to let this coat sit for at least 12 hours for it to actually set and adhere to the paintwork on the car nicely before I can go ahead and add a second coat tomorrow morning. And then depending on the weather tomorrow, if it's warm enough, I might be able to apply the third coat by the afternoon. And if it's not warm enough, I'll do it the next day.
Anyway, let's close it down and catch you guys in the morning.
It's cold. Good morning, everyone. I'm starting first thing in the morning in the hopes that I can actually get that third coating on this afternoon or later tonight. First coat went on beautifully. The paintwork feels amazing. I'm going to, again, not touch it. So it is already ready for me to apply the second coat. It's just a matter of getting on and doing it. All right, that is it. It is done. The third ceramic coat has just gone on. It is currently 12:03 a.m. in the morning. It's lovely and cold, as you can see from my breath. But yeah, so I'm really happy as I can be. I'm a little nervous, but we'll have a look at it in some sunlight tomorrow morning and see how it actually has turned out. But yeah, really happy with how the whole application went. It took a lot longer than I was hoping. I'm doing it late at night tonight because the coat I just put on is very sensitive to heat. So doing it in the coldest kind of conditions possible is best for the application. But now it needs to set for a good 12 or so hours, and I'll need to warm it up and sit it in the sun tomorrow morning to let it really get a nice set in before we take it on the road again. So that is it. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted and it's freezing. I have very good goosebumps at the moment, but yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
There we go, the job's complete after 3 extremely long days of Bianca just like spending until midnight in the garage, but the results are unbelievable. This is the first time we're seeing it out in the sunlight, and it is, honestly, it's astounding. There's not one imperfection in this paintwork now, again, thanks to Bianca's hard work, and it's just so reflective. It's amazing, so thank you for spending so much time on it.
Yes, no, it has come up with a really nice deep gloss, which I'm super happy about. A lot of hours that went into this.
So many.
We ended up doing 3 coats of ceramic, so I did 2 of my OP 888 and 1 of my OP1. The OP 888 is commercially available. OP1 you will not be able to get your hands on. That is specifically
detailer privileges.
Specifically for professional detailers like myself. It's just a longer lasting one. So OP 888 will do the exact same thing. It is what I've got on all my other cars. Yeah, it's just the OP1 lasts longer, a bit thicker, harder to apply. Anyway, yeah, so that all went really well. This car is now going to be nice and protected.
Fantastic, yeah, it's
going to be
come
good.
up so nice. And I suppose the purpose of this video isn't really to suggest that you guys go out there and DIY your own ceramic coat, because there certainly is a certain level of knowledge and experience required to apply a ceramic coat.
I don't advise trying to do it without at least watching a million YouTube videos or going and getting yourself some basic training.
So it was more just to show you guys what's involved, so you know kind of what you're getting for your money when you take it to the professionals. It's worth the cost. It seems expensive at the time, but as you can see, there's a lot of work that goes into getting it to the stage that it is now. So now my paintwork is going to be much more resilient to sun and shouldn't fade at all in the sun. It's going to be ridiculously easy to clean, which is one of the main benefits of that ceramic coat. And maybe a little bit more resilient to scratches, but that's more of a myth, really. Yeah,
look, ceramic coating will not protect your car from scratches. It's not going to make it bulletproof, okay? But what it will do is that if you do get a light scratch in your car, it's going to be scratching the ceramic coating and not your actual paintwork. So when it comes time to polishing that scratch off, you'll actually be removing your ceramic coating and not your paintwork underneath. So then you can just reapply it, well, get your ceramic coating reapplied in that area or whatever, and then it will be good to go again. However, if you get a scratch that goes through both layers and goes into your paint, that's in your paint.
You can't go like driving through all the shrubs.
No, but it does make it really easy to clean. Water is going to beat off this like no one's business. It's what we call bead porn. It's our favorite thing to see as detailers. But honestly, it just makes it so much easier to wash. All right, dirt and dust is just going to be able to brush off of this and not sit there.
Well, with that, thank you so much for watching. We're going to get some awesome pans of all Bianca's hard work, and
absolutely,
we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.